1792. Work begins on the president's house in the new federal city of Washington. Irish architect James Hoban led construction along the Potomac River, shaping the capital's first symbol of independence. The young republic was stabilizing, its finances recovering, its institutions taking shape. For Washington, construction of the president's house marked a new beginning, both for the nation and for himself. Records mention sandstone brought from Virginia. What's rarely discussed is how Washington acquired it. Through gambling. According to a ledger preserved at Mount Vernon, Washington once hammered a bet on the over-under for the shipment of Virginia tobacco reaching port before winter. George's bet hit. The man who lost the wager, unable to pay in coin, settled the debt in 10,000 blocks of pale sandstone, equivalent to about $1 million today. Washington seized the opportunity, ordering the construction of what we now call the White House. The stone wasn't the first thing he'd won that year. Washington was known to place wagers, and King George III often financed them, long before the first shot of the Revolution. He'd bet on horse races, naval skirmishes, even the time it would take Congress to sign a bill into law. It became clear Washington had a problem, and the king had begun to notice. Debts to British backers mounted, and with them a rumor that the very walls of the president's house were collateral. Gambling became a secret among the founding fathers, and seceding presidents were no different. John Adams bet on coin tosses. Jefferson preferred crop yields. James Madison was the worst of them all. He notoriously hammered a 15-leg parlay. In a secret letter to his treasurer, Albert Gallatin, Madison wrote, "This arrangement of stakes is certain in its fortune. If heaven permit it to strike, our debts to the crown shall be satisfied in full. Upon that success, I vow to wager no more." The parlay reportedly included a pigeon race in London and the color of the king's coat at his next address to Parliament. The odds? Nearly 100,000 to 1. It is said that only 3 of the legs hit. Once he lost, Madison did what Washington never could. He refused to pay the crown and soon stopped responding to the king's letters. August 1814. British troops march on Washington. Officially retaliation for the invasion of York. Unofficially, the king comes to collect his debts. Invading troops set the White House to fire. 2 years later, in 1816, as peace talks with Britain began, Madison proposed one final wager, double or nothing on the nation's remaining debt. The king reluctantly agreed. Madison took the over on the number of citizens who would contract smallpox within a single month. He took the over on 4,800 cases. A fool's number, Madison reportedly said. When the reports arrived, the numbers stunned both courts. The bet hit. Days later, Britain and the United States signed the Treaty of Ghent. The debt was cleared. The king, being an honorable man, kept his word. Rumors spread that Madison was assembling troops, preparing for an all-out war should his wager fail and the debt double beyond repair. Whether that plan ever existed, no one can say. What is certain is that after the White House was rebuilt and peace was made, the traces of America's underground betting circles began to fade, quietly buried beneath the nation's new respectability. Forgotten? Perhaps, but only for now.